Oh, wow. Greetings, Wanderer. This is Atlas here, and welcome to The Void. Today I'm going to be reacting and breaking down a song called Debriefing from the Metal Gear Solid 3 original soundtrack. This is the winner of one of the latest polls that I did in my Patreon. As you can see here, it absolutely obliterated the other option that was Pike, the Blood Harbor Reaper theme, which is from the League of Legends original soundtrack. I think it's a Champions theme. But before we begin, I would like to invite you to listen to my latest song, which is a BERSERK inspired track called Conceived in Blood. And it's actually the song that you have been listening in the background of the intro of this video. So if you like what you hear so far and you would like to hear the full song, I'm gonna leave it in this card right here, but also in the description of this video, right? So with that being said, onward. Okay, this is going to be Debriefing from Metal Gear Solid 3. Boom. Very tamed so far. Wow, that transition was amazing. Oof. Getting goosebumps. So good. That's how I like the symbols to do transitions. Starting to build up. Oh, that was amazing. Oh, the chord progression here is so good. Okay. Listen to the timpani arrangement at the end. That's cool. Did that... Oh, wow. That was it, right? Yeah, that was it. That ending was insane. You know, the timpani arrangement at the end, the percussion arrangement at the end with that dynamic in the intensity of the notes. It killed it. It was really, really creative and really cool. This particular song is all about space and room, letting the instruments breathe and express themselves. But we're going to be talking more in depth about those things in the breakdown, so let's break it down. Okay, so to start this breakdown, I would like to do a little bit of a demonstration into what some of the chords or the chord progressions that are involved in the song, and a little bit of the melody, you know, in the leitmotif that we hear in the song also. I was noodling around with the guitar a little bit into it, and I think I got like at least the gist of the scale. I don't have, obviously what I'm going to play is not extremely accurate, but it's along the same scale and the same chord progression, so it's going to be almost the same. So I could get a feel of what the song goes, you know, in the storytelling and the emotions that it's trying to evoke. So let me get my guitar. Okay, so now I'm just going to do a little bit of improvising into what the intro sounds to me like, okay? Yeah, it's something along those lines, you know. I'm playing an E minor, and over an E minor chord, and over this, I'm just doing this melody, you know, which has well, in the acoustic guitar, it doesn't sound like it has a lot of longs or you know, a lot of sustained notes, because the instrument itself has limits to how much it can make a note be, you know, sustained in time. Something that ironically enough, violins and violas, cellos, and so on and so forth, although they are string instruments as well as the guitar, you know, they are played with a bow, so you can sustain the note with the bow. But in this case, it's just have the resonance, you know, box to help you with that, and that has a limit. In this case, I'm playing it really fast, just to, you know, be able to play the notes to its sustained amount. Like if I play a note and leave it to the corresponding length with to the song, it's just going to vanish. The instrument is not going to allow me to sustain the notes for too long. Okay, so I will need like an effect or something like that, because those are the limitations of the acoustic guitar in this case. Then it has some like a change to a major chord, and then it changes completely. It's like a key change, which is where the leitmotif comes in. Okay, so this part in the leitmotif, it sounds to me like something like this. You know, obviously that's not exactly the leitmotif, but it's along that scale, right? Like at least this part. That's pretty much the gist of how it starts, right? But doing some improv over that scale, you can see that, or you can hear, apologies, that it has that same courageous, sort of honorable feeling, right? Not only because of the nature of the scale and the notes that are involved in it, but the way they are expressed, and, you know, even the length, how much a note is sustained into the melody can change everything about, you know, what the melody, or the leitmotif in this case, well, which is a melody, is trying to evoke. So let's try that again. And at a later stage in the song, you can basically hear the same leitmotif, but I think it's an octave. It's played on an octave above what it currently is. So it will be something like this. Yeah, it's something along those lines, and you can hear that part hits when the song starts to build up very specifically by the percussion, which is a very martial pattern in the snare. Rightfully so, because we're talking about a tactical covert operations, a military espionage kind of game. So obviously that's going to fit perfectly. And the percussion is what starts to build up the song and give it not only a more thematical feel, but also it starts to build the energy of the song to make a contrast to what we heard before. Now, to finalize my comment, I would like to say that the song is called Debriefing, and I think in military terms, debriefing or debriefing someone means that you're trying to acquire information, valuable information, after a mission has ended. So, for example, you can have a military squad. I don't know. Let's say the SAS. You send the SAS to a mission in Afghanistan or something, and they return from the mission. And the debriefing is basically either I'm guessing the squad leader, going into a room with his superiors and telling them valuable information after the mission has been completed. So if we take that into consideration, we're talking about an after of the mission. So this song to me sounds like a swan song, like the ending of something. So what I'm guessing is that this song plays either towards the end of the game or in the credits or something like that, because the melody or the leitmotif, it's absolutely there. Also with the a very structure or nature of the song, which is it has a lot of longs or a lot of sustained notes. It's super open, there's a lot of room or a lot of open spaces for the instruments to breathe and exhale and give a lot of expression. And talking about expression, you can hear the utmost expression in the song very specifically at the end, in the resolution of the track with the percussion arrangement at the end with the timpani. I thought that arrangement was brilliant. It gives resolution to the song, is thematically accurate, and also the nuances and the very detailed differences in between the intensity of how the notes were played towards the end. It's like godlike arrangement kind of thing. And sometimes, more often than not, the brilliance can come in little dosages that are very potent, I often think that people think that making an orchestral arrangement that sounds insanely epic and whatnot is the most talented thing to do. And don't get me wrong, doing that takes a lot of talent and a lot of work. But, sometimes it's harder to make something brilliant from something so minute, because you don't have a lot of options to work with. So you have to really think about what you're going to do to make that thing shine and make it spectacular. And that's one of the things that I would consider happened in the resolution of this track. It was absolutely great. So I think I'm going to give this track a golden badge, a really, really high golden badge. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like and share it with your friend. Also, please don't forget to visit my Patreon, my Ko-fi profile, and my Ko-fi store in case you want to support my work further, and my Teespring merch shop. And of course, ex nihilo nihil fit.